Hey, Soul Tribe. Hopefully the internet holds out. I'm having some technical issues with some street works that are happening for the couple of days out the front of my place. So thank you to those that are joining. So today we're going to have a look into the astrology for the week. We do have 2 retrogrades that are happening this week as well. So we will also have a look into some of the tarot cards and some messages from Spirit. So the crystal that I have picked for you guys for this week is apophyllite. And this was coming up a few times through the last couple of days. So apophyllite has this beautiful kind of layer or level connecting. So it really helps us to connect and to receive messages from Spirit, helps us to kind of work and go between realms. The other thing that I have for you guys is the Vision Quest potion. So really, really important to start to listen to the messages coming through from beyond the veil at the moment. I myself had an incredible dream. Hey, gorgeous Emma. So lovely to have you on at this time of the day. A little bit different to the usual time, but busy schedule this week. So yeah, Vision Quest, this is all about receiving downloads, messages. We have a very thin veil at the moment. We have high Schumann frequency. I may even do a show around the dream that I had last night. I've shared it with, a few close friends, and it was such an interesting experience. It was not like a dream at all. So I don't want to spoil it and sharing too much of it now, but it was in regards to hidden traits and hidden aspects that we all have within us, and about kind of like inner warrior energy coming out. So please pay attention to that throughout the week. Spirit is trying to activate us and to show us. Yeah, exactly. Mercury retrograde. So just try and reconnect if it has dropped out. And let me just pop up some important little things. So I just want to show you guys. So we have all of the zodiac signs are up. So that is available. Please go check out your sun, moon, and rising. We also have the show with the gorgeous Sarah Joy, and the show with the lovely Jacob and also Corbin that you'll see as well. 2 of the newer shows that are also up, as well as the last 12 zodiac signs that we've done for the month of November. So go check out Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get an overall pick. And of course, you can book a session with me. I do have a discount code at the moment, which is self-care. You'll see it on the bottom of the screen. So this is for the month of November. And this is just celebrating also being nominated, being in the top 4 finalists for the Spiritual Leadership Award. So that will be next weekend coming. So yeah, really, really exciting. So yeah, you can use that discount code for any of my sessions on here that you see for readings. And thank you. That's so sweet. I really appreciate that, especially with how good you are with all of that side of things. Thank you for the beautiful compliment. And for those of you wanting to find out more about the potions, come on over to Soul Alchemy Potions. A complete bundle is the best way to order potions, so that you have one for each show that we do. You will have a corresponding potion, as well as if you're wanting to sort of get a taster of all. And if you're anything like me, there's always different things I'm working at manifesting. It's not always just the one thing. So that is a really beautiful way to save some money, as well as be able to manifest a huge array of different things coming up. And you do also get sent a invitation to join our new moon events, which are once a month. So let's get into some of the astrology for the day, for the week. So we have this week Mercury, which will be retrograding starting on the 9th. And then we have Jupiter, which will be retrograding on the 11th. So yeah, this will be in the sign of Cancer for Jupiter, and it will remain retrograde until March the 10th next year, 2026. So this is all about slowing down this week, also slowing the pace of things down, trying to shift our focus, shift into truth, shift into faith, deeper self-reflection. You might hear the dishwasher in the background. We also have Mercury retrograde, which will be in Sagittarius. So this will be communication. Plans might feel uncertain or delayed. This is also causing us to try and slow down in terms of trying to rush or trying to make things happen a little bit faster. So it's definitely inviting us to deeply listen from within. So what I was saying before about paying attention to messages and things in dreams. Oh, and Corbin also. Hello, Donna. Thank you for joining us. So Corbin was also saying to me as well that just to do with some of the alignment with 3i Atlas at the moment. So go check out Jake and Corbin and what they're talking about to do with where 3i Atlas is currently at. He did talk a little bit and have the dates popped up on the previous show on my channel as well. But he was saying he was not surprised the veil was super thin and the downloads and messages coming through in the dream realms that I was having. So yeah, just really pay attention to things coming through from those subtle realms. This is also, if you're going to places where the veil is thin, pay attention to what these sacred locations, vortex points, are also trying to awaken within us. Perfect timing, awaken soul. So yeah, that'll be really, really exciting. Just notice that emotions that come up. This is all about reconnection to self, reconnection to divine timing as well. So it's not about our psychological mind or mental body or emotional body trying to rush things. It's knowing that things happen in divine timing, and we're having these retrogrades come up in order to reflect, in order to kind of tick off all the boxes, make sure that everything that we've been asking for is truly aligned. So as we've had, I guess, over the last couple of months, relationships and also what we're doing for work are one of those things that are sort of up for change or up for renegotiation. So make sure that you're really getting exactly what it is that you desire around these things. But yeah, as I said before, it's more of an invitation to read between the lines and reconnect with the divine. So we will have the Sun and Venus in Scorpio this week. So stirring emotional depth and transformation. It could also be a very passionate week, as I said before. Can also bring up things around issues around intimacy, arguments, misunderstanding with this Mercury retrograde, jealousy, possessiveness. This is all about maintaining the inner balance. Think of it as a testing week to holding things down. It's also about having an equal balance with our emotion and intuitive side. So this is also why we're working with Apophyllite this week. Let me know if you're working with something else. I would love to hear. Anyway, this is for this week. We are helping with all the planetary alignments to face what's been hidden so that we can rise and become lighter, become more high frequency, and to be a lot clearer. So just like the little transparent section that you see towards the top, it's a little bit milkier on the bottom with the Apophyllite, being a metaphor physically. So yeah, this week we'll begin with more emotional sensitivity, and this will be because of the Cancer moon, which is also, it grows in confidence as the moon moves through. So it's not going to stay too emotional. We will be heading through Leo and then into Virgo. And then finally, at the end of the week, Gemini will be guiding us back to having that balance more between heart and head energy, giving us a little bit more logic, a little bit more inspiration and practicality. Thank you for the love, guys. I appreciate the thumbs up and shares. And also we have, by the end of the week, we will have Moon enter Libra, which will be more of a sense of harmony. So this will help us to also integrate the lessons that we're learning at the moment. And I don't just feel it's this week that lessons have come up. I feel that there've been whispers. And for some of you, it may be rumblings or maybe like shouting, looking at the things that you need to change or things that are wanting to capture your attention. So really have a look at that this week. So it may also feel like a time of confusion or doubt coming up later in the week. With this as well, each challenge will help to renew our sense of faith and alignment connected to our soul purpose. So it definitely, the key would be to release control, stop trying to force or make things fit, make things work, mind over matter type situation. It's really about surrendering, releasing as much as you can. And this is also, definitely a time to slow down. I will be doing breath work this week. I'm doing a lot more meditation as well. And just doing things like Vision Quest with going to bed. Anything that's going to get me a lot of downloads while I'm sleeping. I'm looking to use this period of time to help things come through more in the spiritual, and of course only positive things from the astral as well. So yeah, look for those messages coming through in a quieter way. So this is also knowing that what's meant for you, it's not going to be bypassed. You're not going to miss out. It's just knowing that there's a recalibration or a realignment happening. So what's meant for you is already on its way. It's all about perfect divine timing. And this is also the rhythm connected to do with the stars too. We also have Uranus, which has come back into the sign of Taurus this week from November, or actually last week from November 7th. And this will stay here for one last visit. We have had it the last 7 years. So my poor little Tauruses, my heart goes out to you because it has flipped your worlds over the last 7 years, given you guys tests and challenges. This is also strong for other fixed signs as well. You guys might have experienced the intensity as well. So this will be lifted for you finally on April 25th, 2026. And then it will be Gemini's turn. So yeah, especially if you're Gemini rising like myself, this will probably be totally changing your world over the next 7 years, from the way that you dress, the way that you are sort of like working in the world, what it is that you love, who you are aligned to. Definitely, Emma, we can do it. Hey, Jennifer, thank you for coming. And Sarah, so lovely to be with you guys live. I don't always get a chance with this time of year with the kids in school. It is a busy time of year. So let's have a look into the tarot and see what is coming up. I'm glad the internet is holding steady. 11:11, I just saw in my little time. As Mercury retrograde has definitely hit. We have noticed a few things in our household already. Have you guys? Okay. So what's interesting, as soon as I touched the first card that my hand went on to pick, I felt spirit tears. So I'm feeling spirit tears in my right hand eye. So for those of you that haven't heard where I've talked about spirit tears before, this is where we get just like a tiny little amount of tears, usually just in one eye, comes on spontaneously, usually with the feeling of connection with spirit as well. So yeah, I'm feeling spirit tears with this. I feel like this is the perfect divine timing to ask for help and protection, ask for your guardian angels to come in, or beings that love you unconditionally. Exactly, twin flames. So I do feel that there's a deeper alignment also connected with love at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see what's coming up in the cards. I feel like we're raising our vibration and standard when it's coming to love at the moment. So notice that things that are coming up, what we were saying to do with astrology, to do with misunderstandings, miscommunications. For some of you, it is a chance to build a bridge and to overcome certain things. And for some of you, it's a sign of misalignment. So just have a look at how sort of quickly you guys bounce back from that. And yeah, 5 cards we've got here. Let me feel into these. So what's really interesting, I'm seeing a river or a current. And I know we've had this vision that Spirit has shown us before between separation in terms of like a higher realm or a higher world, like we were talking about with the apophyllite. What I'm actually being shown a vision of at the moment is a riverbank, and seeing some side of it, some of us over one side of the bank and some of us on the other side. So I do actually feel that that shift, that vibration split that we've talked about in terms of the two earth, or in terms of really seeing just how different people are, and that sort of separation, you might see this more enhanced this week. So yeah, be very careful in traffic. Be careful of like any online, scams, things of that sort of nature. There literally is like a fork in the road is what I'm sort of seeing in terms of, okay, we may feel like the end of the week that we're standing on one side of the riverbank compared to the others. Oh, and for anyone that saw my post put out, over here in Australia, we have till December where they're going to try and bring about a digital ID. Not a fan, just saying. So yeah, I am looking at reshifting. I just signed up for Truth Social as well. So yeah, just looking to keep a voice of freedom and free speech. So looking for other options, because unfortunately over here, they're looking to make people have to use digital ID or create digital ID just to use Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So I do have a Rumble channel as well. So I think I'll be putting a little bit more love and affection into that. So let's flip these cards. So we have the Empress, the Knight of Disc, the Seven of Swords. We also see the Five of Swords and the Four. So what's interesting is there may have been, if we go back to the start of the week, things that you're investing in. And I feel like we're going back, they're showing me 7 months. So there may be things that you guys have been working on, things that you've been pouring energy, love, and attention. I'm also hearing people say spirits say people, like quite loud. So there may be things, people, and things that you're doing in terms of like manifestation, because we know that the Empress is also a card connected to do with manifestation. She's the Queen of Queens. Notice the blue lotus over her heart. So she's got that DMT flower, which we know is connected with the third eye, over the heart. So this is not necessarily about the vision that's coming from our eyes or the vision that's connected to do with the brain. So I want you to have a look at what your heart is sort of seeing at the moment, what your heart is connecting with. Yes, me too, Emma. So Emma is saying, I pray they're full of hot air, soul, but good to have a backup. They won't bring us down for long. Yes, and I feel like just in the whole scandemic situation, it actually brought people that were like-minded together. So really interesting that we have that river of separation. And hello to you joining us from South Africa. Lovely to have you. One of my gorgeous best friends is South African too. And yeah, so many gorgeous people I know from there. So we have the Knight of Discs that comes up with the Empress. So there's something that you guys may have invested into that may have felt like it's been dragging on. It may have felt like that it's just taking longer than it's supposed to. Spirit's giving me the word monotony that is connected with this. And it may have felt like there's a lot of roadblocks, a lot of things sort of stopping you, interfering, a lot of mental setbacks, a lot of having to make sure that your work is protected, is the word that I'm hearing Spirit say. Seven of Swords, we also know that this is about having to keep your frequency in alignment, why there's a lot of tests and challenges. So it is a message to not give up, to not admit defeat. For some of you, you may be feeling bored or feeling like, I'm going to put that on the back burner, but we do have at the end of the week a new path opening. So I feel like we need to get some little clarifiers. Let's have a look. And just going into my little black and white deck, please show us a little bit more information. Yeah, this is a realignment thing. So some of you might be experiencing disappointment from everything that you've invested in. And I do feel like this is ideas or work, because I do feel there's a monetary symbol attached with this as well, is what Spirit's sort of showing me. So not just relationships as we're talking about with the astrology side, we also see a Four of Wands, which is a card of completion. So something you've invested in may have also brought Five of Cups energy, which is disappointment. This is like feeling like there's loss. But what we can learn and know from Five of Cups energy is usually we're so focused on the 3D, the three cups, that we don't see the new opportunity, the new connections, the Two of Cups that are usually in the background in that Rider-Waite deck. So we do see that there's something around investment, around hard work paying off, and abundance. So I would say, and Spirit is saying the word redirection is what we're seeing. So as one door closes, Father of Wands, we're seeing another door open. It's something that you're more aligned to on a spiritual level. Let me see. We also have Six of Disc, which is success. This is Taurus energy. Oh my gosh. Between that, look at this. How cute. It's the King and the Queen of Wands, or Mother and Father of Wands, standing either side of spiritual success. And there's the Two Cups that we were after. So when I said that we're letting go of one opportunity, but we can't see it just yet, something more aligned is coming in. And I know, Jennifer, you said twin flame energy as well, which I love, because not only can this be connected to do with love and romance, it's also about partnership, and it can also be about new contracts and agreements coming in. For me, it's also being in alignment with our intuition. But this is something where you're going to be more aligned to other people that are on the same wavelength, the same level. So just as we were talking about with, the whole thing happening here in Australia and digital identity and being kicked off of certain apps and things, which we'll see how that goes down. No point stressing about it. But what if the redirection is actually a wonderful thing for happening to us, where it's going to be bringing us more closely connected to soul tribe and to people that think and feel the same. Yeah, we've got the Emperor energy when I just ask about that. And we've got the Son of Wands. So it's beautiful. It's creative energy. There's a whole community and vision connected with this. So yeah, this is really interesting energy. The Emperor is also connected to manifestation too. And yeah, we have such a beautiful soul family here. Oh, did I miss some fairies? So we also have the Daughter of Pentacles. They're picking a lot of cards. Oh my gosh, the Empress and the Card of Peace. So it does look like things will calm down in terms of some of the craziness we're seeing to do with, community and to do with maybe having to realign on other apps and that. So yeah, that's a positive, how would I say it? Calming reassurance that's coming up. Let's have a look for spirit's advice from the Mythos deck and how to go about. The word they're giving me is orientate throughout the week. Interesting word. Two of Swords, peace. So we're from an orientation point of view. And I do have the 10 of coins. So we're coming at it from a point of peace. This is also where we're looking to invest. So investing in peaceful situations, in peaceful people, peaceful communities. And let us see what else they have. We've got the King of Swords. So, and we have a 3 of Swords. So it's not that we're totally avoiding miscommunications, misunderstandings, things coming up. This is Libra energy. 3 of Swords is called the card of sorrow, but it also, in the Rider-Waite deck and this deck, we see that it's through the swords are through the heart. In one of my favorite decks, the Thoth deck, is actually around the throat chakra. So with this, just be careful of miscommunications and things. Come at things with a point of peace and speak that too if misunderstandings and things come up. So that is a way. Hey, Gisela, lovely to have you here. And we have a 3 of coins. So there is a new foundation. There is kind of like a bit of a reset of things going on at the moment. And I mean that on multiple levels is the way Spirit is expressing it. And we have the Magician. So we can't see absolutely everything that is changing and happening at the moment. There is sort of, I guess, a bit of sleight of hands, a bit of look over here while we change things going on. It doesn't mean that it's all negative, though. There are some positive things. And as Emma is saying, a reminder to focus on the inner when the outer gets crazy. This is so true. And I feel like the 7 of Swords was also speaking to, holding that frequency in that way. And let's see if there's anything else. I also want to look in the highlighting around Friday. We've got a 7 of coins. We've got a 10 of swords. We have a Knight of Swords, a Queen of Coins, and we also have a 10 of Cups as well. So this looks like a beautiful day for things that you've invested in. We're seeing sort of something that you've invested in is perhaps coming to a little bit of an end, as we said in some of the other cards. It doesn't mean it's a finalization, although for some of you, it's pretty final with the 10 of Swords. So there could be Spirit's giving me the word a deeper knowing by the end of the week. Hello, Nutting Dog. Thank you for coming over. We have a Knight of Swords and Queen of Coins and the 10 of Cups. So with one door ending, I'm seeing a communication and meeting or someone literally just coming in that sparks a whole new journey for a lot of you. So yeah, interesting. It's almost like a guardian angel alignment would be another way to describe it, or an angel in human form. So look out for new opportunities, new alignments. Let me just get a little bit deeper around this with the Star Tarot. If Spirit could please give us a sneaky little look into what they mean to do with new alignments. Oh yeah, we were just talking about that. Thank you for that. Hey, Sarah T. Oh, so we have the Lover's card. Interesting, we were just talking about like angelic intervention in a way, or people showing up as angels in human form. So we have the Lovers and we have the Tower card. So what we speak, we create. So as we were saying before, some things are being cleared and taken out of our lives for our own good is what we're seeing. And we've got the 5 of Cups. So it's, and the Chariot. So we need to move away from things that are draining, things that are any, 5 of Cups energy, bringing us down, bringing down the vibration, lowering the frequency. We've got the 6 of Cups. So this is all about doing the inner child work. This is Sun and Scorpio. This is like, they're showing me no emotion left unturned, but representing no stone left unturned. So have a look at all of the emotions, feel into them as they come up, but just remember that the Tower is sometimes powerful transformation. it's not necessarily something that we would choose, but it's like the universe has had enough of watching us suffer, is sometimes the situational case. So Queen of Wands energy, be fearless with this. And Queen of Wands energy, remember how magnetic she is. She is Leo, and she has this highest sort of like spiritual knowing that everything's going to work out for her best and highest good. We have the Peace card again and the Justice card, which we also know as Libra energy adjustment. So, it's just going to be an adjustment to come back into peace. So when things are sort of falling out of alignment, come back to peace. Things are falling out of alignment, come back to peace. And we just think about that. And let me just read your message. Okay. So anyway, that's what we have. Let's have a look into the Oracle card. And it definitely seems like it is a time for peace. And I do feel that it's about us collectively holding this energy, no matter what we're sort of like up against. So let's have a look into the Herbal Astrology deck, which is this little beauty, this cute little deck. So for those of you wanting a personal reading, I have, just before I go away, Emma, you and I are in such sync. Love you, gorgeous. So just before I go away at the end of the week, I do have a few sessions available. So there should be some just over the next couple of days that you might be able to catch. And with this, it will be in the description box below, as will the discount code, which is running on the screen now, self-care. So please use this, save 10% and get your own private reading where we can ask things that are tailored specifically for you. I love doing that. Oh, hey, Nancy. Thank you for joining us. So we have the card Harmony, again, with this Justice Scale energy. And this is Yarrow. And let's have a look into this. We see Venus energy. We see the hand of God giving us Yarrow. And we also see, this might be an ibis. What do you guys think? It's got a really extra long neck with this, so it's a bit hard to tell. Let's see. It's also number 15. And so the guidance section with this as well, this is interesting. Oh, they're telling me to read the whole thing. I don't usually read the whole thing because it is a little bit longer, but I'm hearing that it's important. So it's all about equilibrium, balance, discernment, nourish psychic shield. So it's a divination, empathy, and sensitivity card. If it was reversed, which it's not, but you sometimes, lovely. What a beautiful sign for you today. So if it was reversed for you, which we've got it in upright, but sometimes it might apply, this is really looking at what part of your life are you feeling emotionally drained? And that's what we were talking about before in terms of people bringing frequency and things down, lack of boundaries, overly sensitive, self-critical, or feeling burnout. So this is astrologically related to Venus. The Latin name for Yarrow comes from the hero of the Greek myth, Achilles, who was said to give yarrow to his soldiers to heal wounds, staunch bleeding during the Trojan War. So embraced back thousands of years in healing practices, including Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, Native American practices in Spain, and a 50,000-year-old Neanderthal skull was found with traces of yarrow in its teeth. So yarrow's historical use of divination flower is extensive. So really interesting with that it's a divination tool. So in China, yarrow stalks are gathered, the straightest ones are collected and scattered in a reading connected to do with the I Ching. So it's called devil's nettle or devil's plaything in European traditions. It was one of the herbs dedicated to evil one and used in divination and spells. So it's ruled by Venus. Oh, lovely. So beautiful. Congratulations. I loved it when I was learning Reiki, and such a beautiful practice. So yeah, this is also connected to do with yarrow is said to provide relief from patterns. We were talking about patterns before too. And this is also patterns of disharmony. So it's helpful to cleanse any unhealthy sorrow. How many times did we get that 5 of Cups come up? And the 3 of Swords. So this is all about trickling depression as well. It can help with that. Yarrow embodies harmony. So we had harmony and peace energy also come up. So the key concept of Venusian symbology, the balancing force represented by Libra, one of Venus's rulers, is appropriate metaphor for how to harmonize. And we see that with the scales. So this is also Venus as the archetypal manifestation of beauty, of aesthetics, also representing love, unity, and empathy. So the little guidance for this is if you are feeling emotionally drained or too sensitive for today's world, which I think a lot of us beautiful souls definitely feel some of the density of the modern 3D reality. Anyway, it's time to set solid boundaries to regain balance. Use your empathic abilities as grounded chords to your psychic powers and divination skills. Allow your sensitivity to be a filter for what is allowed within your psychic field. So, as Jennifer was saying before, doing Reiki as well, this is, thank you, Jasmine. Yeah, beautiful reminder to find balance. So, doing things daily, whether it is like doing Reiki practice or doing pranic healing or meditation, finding those sort of spiritual centers are really, really good for this week, is what we're seeing. So allow your sensitivity to be your filter for what is allowed within your psychic field and what isn't. So you can also psychically push things out, make your field really big as well. I know some people like to make it small and kind of push in on yourself, but that's kind of like putting yourself in a cupboard. I like to push things out. I like to do it with breath and really sort of like force things if I'm feeling things impinge. It's interesting the correspondence with weather that you get sometimes with that, and with other electrical phenomenon too, when you stretch your aura out. So we also have, oh, it's a white heron, but it looks like an ibis that we have over here too. So I'm not sure if they're the same thing or different, but it's about move slowly with precision as navigating emotional waters. Heron teaches us the power of self-reflection. So this is a way to transcend judgmental projections and low self-worth. Draw clear boundaries, examine yourself from a detached perspective. Don't blame situations. Hey, Truth Wave. Oh, thank you, gorgeous. That's so sweet. Don't we have the best community? You guys are just amazing. So yeah, this is about examining your boundaries and things, having a detached perspective. Really important this week with the astrology as well. So don't blame situations or others as a reason for you guys to remain stuck, myself included. Yara's white light teaches us the power of shielding while remaining gentle in the process of self-discovery. Thank you. Yeah, they look it, don't they? And so Emma is saying our white heron's necks aren't quite that long. Yeah, I think it's a bit of an exaggerated artistic view on it. But yeah, so that's what we have this week, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for everyone jumping on the live. I love you guys. And I definitely will let you know what happens with the spiritual leadership awards. So thank you again, Emma, and everyone for the well wishes. And yeah, I'll check back in later in the week. Have a wonderful week. And thank you also for the likes, shares, and subscribes as well.